Oh, hello. My name is Princess Lyra. I think I should tell you a little something about me and how I became the Piano Princess. Once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away, there was a magical prophecy that a princess at the age of 4 would be given some magical piano princess powers. Little did she know that in the forest there was a lovely fairy who... Hang on, have you ever heard of fairies before? She had beautiful, long, glowing wings, and her name was Floribee. Floribee had been given the task of giving the piano princess her magical piano powers.
I, Floribee the fairy, gave Princess Lyra her magical piano powers and escaped the terrible Toribes.
But there was a problem. It was almost the end of the princess's 4th birthday, and Floribee was flying through the forest as fast as she can because there were some Toribes on her tail. Now, have you ever heard of a Toribee? Toribes are very naughty and cheeky creatures. They had heard about the prophecy and wanted to stop Floribee from getting to the princess. One of them took up a branch and made it into a bow, and they shot it at Floribee. But Floribee had time to do something very special. She had time, just about, to say the magical spell. She didn't know if it would work, but she knew that she had to try, so she took up her wand and she cast her magical spell to give the piano princess her magical powers. Exi, Exi, Eximo! Your turn. 1, 2, 3. Exi, Exi, Eximo! Thank you, Floribee. Floribee's magical spell flew through the forest and through a crack in the castle wall, and it hit the princess while she was sleeping. But Floribee, with her wing caught by the branch arrow, she fell to the floor and hid in some bushes. And the Toribes never found her. But they didn't know if her magical spell had worked, so they had to do everything they could to make sure that it really hadn't worked. So they took all of the colours and all of the light out of the kingdom. And suddenly, everything that was once nice and sparkly and light and pretty became dull and grey. And she didn't even know about music, because that's the thing that the Toribes were most interested about. They wanted to take away the magic of music. On her 16th birthday, she was walking through the enchanted wood that she didn't know was enchanted. She was wandering through the wood, and suddenly she saw something shiny and sparkling, and she decided to follow it.
I sprinkled a trail of fairy dust for the princess to find. She wasn't quite sure what it all meant, but something told her in her heart to follow the glimmering sparkles. When she reached the end of the trail, she found me, standing in front of a huge grand piano, a bit like the one that you have there. Now, Lyra stared in amazement. She looked at the keys and it all looked a bit familiar, but she just didn't... Was that you? Was that you? Oh my goodness, no! It was Princess Lyra! And as she played and played, I played with her, and bit by bit the world popped back into colour, until every corner of the world was more radiant than ever. You see, the magic that we played in the piano, they were not only melodies, but like magical spells that could make the world a happier and more colourful place once again. Before I said bye-bye to Lyra, I warned her that she must not take her destiny lightly, and that she must practice and practice before she can try and overcome the strong powers of the terrible Toribes. She agreed and played and practiced, and bit by bit the world popped back into colour, until even more of the world was more radiant than ever. You see, my story, I think we all need to be polite, we need to be kind, and we need to practice to keep away the strong powers of the terrible Torribbees and to grow our own magical powers.
Now, just before I go, I think we should say her magic spell. Just one more time. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Exy, Exy, Eximo!